as I tell how a girl bullied me because I was new at school. Because I couldn't finish my high school at my own school, I had to go to another school after 3 years. The first few weeks were very hard because everyone already made their friends. I wasn't the only new girl because there also was a girl transferring from another class to my new class, and for some kind of reason my classmates were scared of her. They told me she'd fought with some people the year before I came there and that it was better for me to stay away from her. I did my best to stay away from her, but after a few weeks I sat in front of her during economics class. I always had 2 friends with her who did everything for her, like some kind of minions. That day, all 3 of them sat behind me. During the entire class, they were giggling and gossiping behind my back. At some point, we had to work for ourselves and do our homework. We weren't even working for like 5 minutes and this girl throws her pencil under my chair. So I turned around and she said, "Pick it up." I said, "What?" She said, "Pick it up." I said, "You pick it up yourself." Looked at her friends like, she's not obeying me? Never gonna believe what happened next. Let me know if you need a part 2. So she throws her pencil under my chair and she goes, "Pick it up." So I said, "You pick it up yourself." And she said, "But it's under your chair." I was like, I'm not gonna take orders from her. So I said, "Yeah, but it's your pencil. So if you wanna have it back, you gotta pick it up yourself. Or maybe one of your friends can pick it up for you." Next to me sat one of my friends and she was really scared of this bully girl. So she looks at me, picks up the pencil and gives it back to her. I was like, "What are you doing?" But because of this, I made clear that she shouldn't mess with me, so for the rest of the year, she left me alone. Until we went on a trip to Berlin. From the moment I set foot on the bus, I became this girl's target again. Let's call her Lisa. So Lisa and her minions were sitting in the back of the bus together with the popular guys. They were laughing and calling my name, running up to my seat, looking at me and running back. Very weird behavior. But I wasn't in the mood to have an argument, so I just kind of let them. When we arrived in Berlin, we went to do some sightseeing with the entire class. Lisa and her 2 friends were walking behind me. All of a sudden, I felt someone touching my back, like really quick, like ticking, like this. Every time I looked behind me, they were laughing like, like that. And the girl next to me turned around and said, "Can you please stop doing that?" Lisa goes, "Huh? What? We're not doing anything." I said, "Yeah, you are. You're touching my back the entire time." "Oh, what about it? It's funny." That's when I thought I can't take this anymore. I said, "You were getting at me since the very start. You're whispering my name and laughing behind my back, and now you're touching my back the entire time? This is just not funny." That's when the rest of the class figured out something was going on. Guys were trying to get us to fight. We were waiting for the train, and that's when one of the guys, who was supposed to be my friend, said, "Selma, calm down." "Peter, thank you so much for getting involved. The entire time they're bullying me, you're silent? And now I'm standing up for myself, you're suddenly gonna speak up?" This story is so complicated. I hope I'm telling it the right way. Let me know if you need a part 3. Okay, so we were waiting for the train to go to the next activity, and all of a sudden, Peter got involved. I said, "Peter, thank you so much for getting involved. The entire time they're bullying me, you're silent? And the second I stand up for myself, you're gonna speak up?" I said, "Why? Peter can speak his opinion." Then the train arrived and we got into separate coupes. I was in the same coupe as a lot of the guys and the same girl who walked next to me in the beginning. Lisa and her minions sat in the other coupe, so we couldn't go to each other. The train took about 15 minutes and the girl who walked next to me in the beginning was on a rant. Let's call her Sabrina. She said, "If this Lisa is gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit her back." So the guys were like, "Oh, there's gonna be a fight." And they were totally hyping her up. Like, "Yes, Sabrina, you should totally hit her." It's almost like Sabrina was thriving on the attention that she got just because of this fight. I was keeping silent, but the guys were like, "Selma, are you gonna hit her too?" I said, "No, definitely not." When we got out of the train, the guys made their own version of the story and told Lisa. Lisa thought that I was going to hit her. Lisa walked up to me and said, hit me, come on, I know you want it, hit me in my face. That's when it got really out of hand. We were literally standing in front of each other, screaming at each other with the entire class around us. That's when Sabrina got involved again, and she said to Lisa, with your ugly eyebrows and your fat body, you're so ugly. And I thought, stop. I'm not gonna say anything anymore. Sure, I don't like Lisa and I don't like her minions, but I would never say anything about the way someone looks. That's when the teachers came in and pulled us apart. That's when we went on to the next excursion, but it just didn't sit right with me that Sabrina made fun of the way Lisa and her minions looked. So I walked up to Lisa and her friends and I said, actually, I want to say something. And they said, no, we don't want to hear anything that comes out of your mouth. I just want to say that I don't agree with Sabrina talking about the way you look. I would never say something like that. So if you feel like I said that, I want to say sorry. All of a sudden, something changed on their faces. And they were like, that's so sweet of you to say. But we were behaving rather childish, so we want to say sorry. They apologized to me?